Hello, RC addicts. Welcome back. So today I'm comparing two touring cars for the 17.5 Blinky class. One is the Awesomatix A800X. It's very nice. Engineering wise, looks great. So what I want to do right now is compare this with the Xray T4 2018. So I just did a club race last Saturday. This more or less driven by, the best drivers, was much faster than me and my Xray. I suck at driving, but so I just want to see flex-wise, suspension setting-wise, what's the difference between their setting and my Xray setting. Now, I've already taken measurements. The front track, rear track is identical. Just came out identical. Even the wheelbase is identical. So my Xray is actually handling okay, very nice. The winner, my friend Taka, drove my Xray. He said the handling was very good already, except my electronics was too slow. The steering was too slow, the ESC was too slow in terms of response. But handling wise, he said it's already good as well. So I just want to take, some measurements now to see what the difference is. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to lift each corner off until, a certain tire also lifts off. So I want to keep the 3 tires on the ground and lift this as much as I can before either this tire or this tire lifts. And what am I trying to do? I'm trying to do what I saw this once being done to my car by Masaki Hirosaka. I hope I said that correctly. He's the father and mechanic of 14-time world champion Masami. He was checking my car and he was doing this, and then he did some droop adjustments, and suddenly my car was amazing. He just eyeballed everything. But the main thing he did was, he touched my car, he did this, and then, so I'm going to try to replicate what he did. I think what I'm going to do is when I lift this, it's going to give me the flex settings, how the roll bar, spring, chassis flex, it will show me how a characteristic of the suspension, the hardness or softness, combining chassis flex with the front suspension and the rear spring here, how discompress, the anti-roll bar, everything. So I have here a stack of coins, and so what I'm going to do is just go here, pull it up, and then when I feel one tire's lifting, stop and just try to fit as many coins as I can, and that will be my measurement. So for the left rear, I will count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 coins. That's a different coin, but more or less 9 coins. And let's see on the other side if it's also 9 coins. Now, it should be, if I want my car to be perfectly not tweaked, then it should be the same. If it's not the same left right, then it's probably the suspension arms could be binding. I had that problem before. So it will be stiff and it will race, so there will be, if your suspension is not properly free and equal, then the readings will be different. So I'm expecting the readings to be the same left to right on the rear and left to right on the front, but they might be different front to back. So this one is, let me see, let me do this hopefully more exact. Just push the coins in, and this is what comes out, 3. So it's also 9. setting is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oops, sorry, it's 8. But that was a different coin, so let me try again. Yeah, or yeah, it's a different size coin. So 8, and here it's hopefully 8. Hopefully, ballpark. Depends on how I lift it, I guess. Huh? Push, and things fall. Again, try again. Push, and more or less, this is it. 3 coins fell out, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Alright, so more or less ballpark this and this are the same. 8. Hope my memory is good. Guys, help me remember when I do the Awesomatix. And the front is... Alright. 3 coins as well. Seems pretty symmetrical front and rear. And this one is... Alright, so for some reason, this front is going up higher than this one. Now what might lead to that is probably the motor might be heavy. So when I lift here, this puts more weight on here, compresses this more, allows this to lift higher than the other side. When I try to lift this, you know, the weight. So it's a 1 coin difference. Now, does it make a big difference? Let me try, just do it again. Maybe my hands are wrong. Yeah, it could be wrong. Now it's 3. So it's a very minimal difference. So I think, looks like, you know, my suspension is free and well balanced. That's why it's probably handling pretty good. Okay. Now, curious to see what the Awesomatix will read. The faster, you know, just to see if it's more or less similar in setup and its driving equipment, electrical equipment, electronics variation, or you know, roll centers and other things. But for now, it's more. I'm just checking the flex, comparing flex, factoring in the entire car's suspension, including chassis flex. I think that's, you know, if it's good enough for the Mr. Masaki Hirosaka, you know, then I'm going to copy what he does. He must be doing it for a reason. You know, we cannot, you know, there's a reason why Masami is a 14-time world champion. His dad was a good mechanic as well. So let's see how this goes. So for my Xray, everything, you know, was 8 coins. Yeah, that's how I measure things, by coins. forget millimeters and all that. I just measure with what I have. It's anyway just a, you know, it's gonna be coins. Oh, and if you can get this this flange wheel nut, that's much bigger than this one. This one is Tamiya. Notice this one is so much bigger. It will keep your wheel, you know, secure your wheel better, keep it more flat, not wobble so much, I guess. Yeah. You can buy that, should help. Yeah. If you notice Awesomatix also, the wheel hex is so narrow, it's like 2.6, 2.7 millimeter wheel hex. My X-ray is 5mm, so I guess that might, you know, give less wheel scrub, better use of the tire. So Awesomatix, you know, engineering wise, this car looks well engineered. You know, it's not a copy of every other touring car out there. And yeah, actually, you know, this guy is, you know, good. Even rear has caster. You can adjust the caster on the rear, and pretty sure, you know, that's another tuning aid that, you know, you can do wherein you cannot do on other cars like my X-Ray. Of course, I can buy, you know, I think I can simulate that in X-Ray. I'll buy different caster blocks for the rear. But, alright. Let me stick to this. So, let's go back. Lift, lift, until everything is set. Slide. And what comes out is almost the same. So, it's 2 to 3 coins. It's almost 3 coins. It's very minor. Actually 2 coins. Alright, so if I look at it, it's racing up by, yeah, wait, am I doing this wrong? Let me do it again. So lift and push. Yep, more or less 2 coins came out, so this is probably 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 9 coins. So this is lifting higher than my X-Ray by 1 coin. That small amount. Let's check the other side. That's on the rear. So lift, push. Oh, I made a mess. Alright, try again. Okay, let me get back. Alright. So we're going to go lift and push the coins slowly. I think that's it. Yep. Also 2 coins on the other side, so it's well balanced. It lifts the same amount. And let me try the front. This is now what I do when I'm at home. Bench racing is what we call, you know. Tinkering, bench racing, while we're waiting for the next race to come, you know. Tinkering. Alright. Or just comparing, trying to be an engineer. Yeah, alright. So the front is actually sliding out 3 coins. Similar to my X-Ray. So if I go really do this, very similar to my X-Ray. It's the same as my X-Ray on the front when it comes to lifting. Alright. The same here. Yes, so it's the same. Let me try that again. My X-Ray removed 3 coins. This one removed how many coins? Yeah, it lifts 3 coins. Similar to my X-Ray. And on the other side, hopefully it's more or less 3 coins. But again, the weight of the motor might make a little difference on those readings. But yes, it's pushing out 3 coins as well. So on the comparison front, when I lift this and this, it's similar to the X-Ray. It's the same actually. So what does that tell me? What does that tell me? At least the front is the same. The rear This one lifts higher. It lifts higher. So does that mean, what does that mean? I have to think about it. I don't think I can just generalize that this is softer, hence I can squash this down, or this is harder. I have to think about it, but yeah, it's pretty close, you know. So maybe that's why, you know, my friend said my car was already handling well. It's about my electronics and maybe my body was not mounted far forward enough to give enough steering, and my servo was too slow, my controller was too slow, you know, my motor did not have the same torque, and that's the main difference. But looking at it suspension wise, very similar in terms of lifting, flexing, you know. Now, one thing I notice is the flex of this versus my Xray. My Xray feels a little more flexy initially. The initial flex of my Xray is a little more. So, if they travel up the same and this has more flex, then most likely my springs are harder, a little harder than the setup here. You know, these are 2.7s all around. I wish I have the 2.5 to 2.8 progressive and 2.6 rear, but all I have is 2.7. So I live with that, but almost close. So if this is more flex and the up travel is the same, then probably my springs are one small step harder than this one somewhere. But the front, at least the front is lifting the same amount. If I lift is the same. The rear, this lifts a little more, 1 coin more than the Xray. It might be minute, you know, not significant. Ballpark, you know, all good. 2 good cars. The World Championship Xray with their big team. You know, I will do another comparison maybe, or maybe I should continue. No, I'll break it down. The video's too long already. So on the flex side, this is my findings. Thank you for watching, and if you have some insights, please leave it in the comments below. The comments in the video section. If you like it, give a share or thumbs up. Alright, so this is RC Car Tips doing my bench racing for today. Thank you.